Today we are at the Heritage Village Museum in Sharon Woods for their Civil War reenactment.
And what a war reenactment it's going to be, John. I've never been to a Civil War reenactment.
Neither have I, Mike, and today I can tell you all right now, pretty excited. There's a lot of things going on right now, and everybody's dressed up in period gear and costumes, and it's going to be making for an interesting day.
Well, and the weather's holding because all we've had is 90 days of rain, and everyone's coming out dressed in their period garb. And, maybe if we act up a little bit, one of us could get thrown in the stockade. What great footage that would be.
That'd be an interesting night.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get started.
I'm here with two civilian ladies, and we're going to talk about the menfolk. So are you a little worried about the menfolk today?
It's a little warm, so, I don't want them to get too overheated or anything, but they should be all right. I think we win today.
You think we win?
I think we get to win today, yeah.
Let me guess, you read the book, right?
Well, yes, but we lost yesterday, so God only says it's only fair to win today, so.
That's true. I mean, that's a 50-50 shot. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I completely agree. I think it's only fair this way.
So I'm sure you ladies have talked to your menfolk about the strategy for today. What did you tell your man last night?
I've been keeping out of the strategy, just wishing him good luck. We had a nice service today. We let them take care of the strategy. I'll sit there with the prayers.
What would you tell people about the Civil War maybe that they don't know?
Ooh, I guess actually what's really interesting about the Civil War is it was actually like the defining moment for our history. It's what made us a nation. Before the Civil War, all of our identity was in our state, in our locality, and after the war, we became like a true full nation. Like it was emphasis on the United States of America as opposed to the United States of America. This is really interesting how it just completely transformed our just ideology of who we were as a country.
Well, I got to say, both of you ladies look, just simply fabulous, in your costumes for sure. And what would you say? I mean, is there something in your mind that kind of stands out that maybe is a little bit different? I mean, now that you've been involved with this for so long, I mean, what would you tell people? What's different about the Civil War that they don't know?
Well, what you don't realize is that this is my first time ever participating in an event like this. And I was the kid in history class who didn't always make the connections and had a hard time and struggled with it. So I think actually being involved with something like this makes me so much more interested to figure it out for myself and go back and read the books and watching these battles and seeing how the men lived. And it's been very educational to me through this process. So I think for people maybe who even struggle getting into history and history classes, this is a way to really involve themselves. And I come from a teaching background, so for me, this was a great educational experience.
All right, I'm with a Union soldier, Dave.
Hello.
Dave, how do you feel about the war today?
I feel good. Boys look good. We got a good company.
Well, I think last night you lost, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Yeah, we did. But I got a good feeling about today.
And what's your strategy?
Pretty much just go out there and attack, push them off the field. We got a couple. I think we outnumber them like 5-1. So just attack, drive them off the field. Yeah, but this is fun. I mean, getting out here in the weekend, kind of get away from it all and just kind of, we're all friends and just kind of go back in time. Let go of all the, the moderate stuff, and just try to step back and be what it was like being a soldier in the war.
If there's one thing that you could say to someone watching this video right now to come out to a reenactment, what would that be?
I'd say give it a chance. I'd say come out and watch it, walk through camp. You'll definitely learn something. Be open-minded. I know there's a stigma over there. I think a lot of reenactors are kind of weird, and I guess to a certain extent we are. But it's really just guys that like the history, and just, if you have even a slight interest in it, there's something there for you.
Of our Lord, 1806, we set sail from the cold Bay of Cork, and we were sailing away with a cargo of bricks from the Grand City Hall in New York. We'd an elegant craft, it was rigged fore and aft, and how the trade winds drove her. She had 23 masts, and she stood several blasts, and they called her the Irish Rover.
I'm with Alpheus Lewis. Looks like an old-timer that probably could have been in the Civil War.
Yes, I could have been, but I'm not that old.
Oh, yeah, not that old. Al, I understand you guys lost last night. I mean, what happened?
Well, it was just a battle deteriorated down. We lost too many of our NCOs. We lost too many of our men, so we had to retreat and regroup.
You look like you're really into this. I mean, I'm looking into your tent here, and you have everything that you need to be a soldier. I mean, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it about 11 years.
11 You got some strategy for this afternoon's battle?
No, I'm done. I'm just an NCO. I just follow the orders of the captain.
There's always a pecking order, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, we got to follow the battle order the captains and lieutenants give us.
And how many people are in your company?
At the present time, we got 2 companies made up about 20 people each.
If there's one thing that you could say to someone that's never been into a Civil War reenactment, because there's a lot of stigma around it, what would that be?
It's to go out and look at it. Look at that. If you got an interest in history, interested in the Civil War, go out and check it out. Talk to the people. Talk to the guys, because we got a lot of guys in the unit that are history nuts and history professors and stuff. So it's really, they can give you a lot of information, and a lot of these guys give out the information from the soldier's point, not the generals. It's like generals can tell you all the big stuff, but the soldiers are the one that lives this stuff. They're the ones that tell you about it. Right. And that's the biggest thing about, reenactment, Civil War, any type of reenactment.
So what is it? What is a day in the life of a Civil War soldier like?
Well, you start out morning with breakfast, and then you start drilling, and if you march to the battles, then you go into the battle, you fight the battle, and then you come back and hopefully rest up some and start guard duty and get everything ready.
I'm with Marge. Marge, why'd you come today?
Because my grandson's in it, and this is his first battle. He just joined this spring, and he's working really good, and he's doing a good job. And he died yesterday, but he's back again today. He's on the Yankee side.
He's a Yankee.
He's a Yankee because we're from the north, up near Columbus, up along the river up there. So,
is this the first time you've been to a Civil War reenactment?
No, I was at Gettysburg 25 years ago. It was wonderful. It was awesome, and that's what got us enjoying it, because it's really been a pleasant experience every time we've gone to them.
So how do you think the Heritage Village in Sharon Woods is doing this reenactment? I mean, what are your feelings?
Oh, it's wonderful. We were here yesterday all day, and we thought it was a great place to come back again today, and it's wonderful. The shade is so beautiful, and the grounds are beautiful, and the buildings are beautiful, and they've been so welcoming. And
if there's one thing you can say to somebody out there that has really never ever been to a Civil War reenactment before, what would you say?
This is living history, and history is what we are all about.
I'm with the Inn Yards, the southern part of the battle this afternoon, and I know they're getting prepared. I understand yesterday you guys won.
Yes, we did.
And how did it make you feel?
It was a great victory for the South. Great victory for the South. Any time we can leave the battlefield victorious is a good day for the South.
What was your strategy last night?
I think the strategy was just go out there and whoop them. Just plain and simple whoop them.
And that's exactly what you did.
That's what we did. A lot of spirit.
Okay, as the wife of a Confederate soldier, what are your feelings on the eve of this big battle?
I just hope they kick the snot out of them dang Yankees.
Why did you come down today?
Because it's nice down here. We feel good down here. We have a lot of fun down here while we get to meet other people, and they let us do stuff here.
What kind of stuff do you do?
Watch the battle, and we do have a park back there, and we get to play there.
Wow, you get to play too? I mean, how much better can that be than that? What are you going to tell your friends when you go back to school next week?
That I went camping. I had a good time, and it was really, really nice down there.
All right, here we are. We're standing around with a bunch of Confederate soldiers. I know you guys are getting ready to go into battle. What's your strategy?
Kill the Yankees. Win the battle.
And I know you guys won last night, right? I mean, what was your strategy last night?
Last night we were trying to force them to come and attack us. We had reserves in the back. We went up into the village, tried to pull them into the open ground to have have the battle out there.
Well, I know that you guys did win last night. I mean, how did it make you feel? Does it get you pumped up for today's battle?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Now, I know there's a stigma on the Civil War. I mean, which it's history. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I mean, tell me a little bit about how that makes you feel.
Well, I like showing the truth about the Civil War era. I mean, it wasn't the gray was the bad guys. They were fighting for what they believed in. Just like all wars, they fight for what they believe in, and we tried to do the same thing. Represent it and show it was a thing about land and not about culture.
Okay, we're at Sharon Woods. This is your first time doing the reenactment here?
No, I've been here 3 or 4 times.
And how do you like it here? I mean, how do they do for you?
They do a really good job. I like coming out here. I like the setting that they have. They got the village, and then they've got the open land, so we can actually have a big battle and make it look like a real Civil War battle. But it's really nice.
If there's one thing that you would tell somebody that's never been to a Civil War reenactment, what would that be to get them to come?
Come out just to see what we do. Get involved. You get hooked. I was going to do this part-time every once in a while, and I've not missed a day in 5 years.
Where do you buy your stuff for that, for this hobby?
There's a lot of sutlers around. They come to the events. We buy our clothing or some of the stuff that we need there. We sometimes have to go on the internet, which is a new thing. But anyway, we get our muskets and stuff from there because it's sometimes cheaper to go on the internet and get them.
So the internet, I mean, that didn't happen during the Civil War, right?
No, there's nothing wireless. We didn't even know what wires were.
So if there was Wi-Fi at the Civil War, do you think you would have been better informed?
Oh, yes, we would have. Gettysburg would have been a southern wind.
Guys, I noticed that these chess pieces look very similar to bullets.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Actually, my associate here, he carved them. These are made out of Civil War bullets. And chess was a very common game during the Civil War, especially in the camps. Chess and cards and checkers were the big things that the troops played when they had downtime between drilling and eating and marching and fighting.
The day of a life of a Confederate soldier.
Day in the life. Well, just kind of get up and sit around doing what we're doing until we're either forced into battle or go somewhere to where we have to fight and hope you survive another day.
I'm here with 3 Civil War young recruits. What brought you down today?
What?
Why did you come today?
To see the Civil War reenactment.
Is this the first time you've ever seen it?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
What about it is the most exciting? Seeing the guns, the soldiers, all the tents, what?
Like when they are shooting, how they load and all that stuff.
That's pretty cool the way they load their muskets in it. How about you? What are you excited to see today?
I'm excited to see how they work their guns and seeing them get shot.
Yeah, you want to see somebody get shot, huh? Yeah, the MTV generation. Everybody wants to see somebody die, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you? What do you want to see today?
The soldiers.
And what else?
Guys loading their guns.
Guys loading their guns. Okay, now I heard all 3 of you guys say guys loading their guns. So I'm imagining that all you guys got muskets at home, right?
No.
No muskets at home? Your mom's shaking her head. There's no way there's a musket in my house. When you guys go back to school next week, what are you going to tell your friends about seeing the reenactment this weekend?
Like how if I might bring this to school and tell them what
have you got there?
It's
looks like a biscuit.
It's like a cracker. They get like 3 times each meal, and they get breakfast, dinner, and supper, and they get 3 times each.
Wow. What are you going to tell your friends tomorrow when you go back to school?
You guys just missed a whole lot.
All right, I'm standing here with 2 Confederate soldiers that are getting prepared for the big battle. I know you guys won yesterday. Are you going to do it again?
We're going to give them our best. But they have the ability to find more troops. We lost quite a few of them. They lost quite a few more, but they can replace theirs. We can't replace ours. So we just got to aim better.
What's going to be your strategy for this afternoon? Kind of give me a sneak peek.
I'm not going to miss.
That is up to our company commanders to know. We usually told where to move and maneuver and things and flank, and then when the time is right, we'll sneak up on them and chase them. The battle's going to commence back into town. There's going to be skirmishers and form back here to collimate in the battle.
Now, I know, being a military man myself, I know you follow the orders that are given to you. I mean, when you're on the battlefield, doesn't something take over every now and then, and you just kind of go by instinct?
Yeah, you got to be careful though. It gets pretty chaotic out there.
all the gunfire and the cannons going off. You try to listen for commands the best you can, but sooner or later you're going to make some mistakes. Keep your eye on the colors.
Keep your eye on the colors. Keep your eye on the colors.
You don't want to get ahead of your colors when you're marching in the battle. And the Yankees are the same way. They keep an eye on their colors.
Okay, now you guys probably been doing this for a while because it looks like you have everything that you. 150 years.
150 years.
Oh wow, that's you don't look a day over 42.
Oh, bless your heart. I feel it. No, I mean I've been doing this maybe 20 years.
20 years. Have you? Is this the first time at Sharon Woods?
Oh no, this is our premier event. This is the 9th Kentucky's. I'm the recruiter for the 9th. So we support this event every year, and I have been doing that with Butch here for the last 15 years, I guess, Butch. At least 15 years.
And how's the Heritage Village treat you guys?
Oh, very nice. Oh, they're very accommodating. We could use some straw this year, and don't strike that from the record. Trying to get the hint across. But no, other than that, they treat us pretty good. Food's always good. We've got a nice company cook too here. So,
what's the company cook specialty?
He made today was spicy chicken bean soup, Southern style. Got a nice little kick to it, and he's been just cooking and grilling up a storm. So
while we have provisions to cook.
Yeah.
I know the provisions are going to start running really low, really quick. I mean,
blockade. Those gutless Yankees and their blockade. They just can't come down here and face us.
Okay, if there's one thing that you would say to somebody that's never, ever been to a Civil War reenactment, I mean, what would it be to get them to come down?
You're missing a very good time learning about history, hanging out, and having fun.
So please come out and support the cause, because this is a time when our nation was about ready to be split in half. And we came out of it one nation, and just support under God, and support the North and the South. There's a lot of heritage out here, Southern and Northern, good fellowship, and good learning experience for everybody.
I'm here with Captain Davis on the eve of the big battle. Captain, what's your strategy for today?
To win.
That's it, just a win, huh?
To get there with the first, with the most, and be in the best position on the battlefield.
Okay, now you guys lost yesterday.
We lost yesterday, and we're supposed to win today if our Southern brethren cooperate.
And why do you think they're going to cooperate with you today?
Oh, we'll make sure they do.
Okay, if you had one thing to say to somebody that has never been to a Civil War reenactment, to get them to come down to one, what would that be?
Well, if you want to come out and learn about history that you might not have got in school, or you're interested in a little bit deeper in the soldier story and what they went through and they're not around to tell anymore, come out and you'll find out.
I'm here with a man that needs absolutely no introduction, Mr. President.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I always enjoy having the opportunity to talk with the people.
Mr. President, what would you have to say to America right now in the turmoil that we're in, the economic problems, the disasters everywhere, Japan suffering a terrible thing? What would you say to future America to bring back the spirit of America?
I think that we have to recognize what is our defense against tyranny. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit that God planted in the bosoms of each of us. Our defense is in prizing the heritage of all men as freedom. And we need to remain faithful to our Constitution, even as the patriots of '76 did to the Declaration of Independence. Let each one of us uphold the Constitution with our life, our liberty, and our sacred honor.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. had an incredible day, and we'd like to thank the good folks at Heritage Village for allowing us to come down and videotape this event. And remember, Cincinnati, this is your park, Sharon Woods and the Heritage Village. Support your local community by coming out. They have events all year long. It's an incredible place to be, even when it's this hot outside. John, I know we've both been sweating pretty bad.
I'm sweating beads pretty good right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of beads of sweat coming down. And those poor reenactment players, they were in, what was it, wool?
I think it was 100% wool, leather boots, leather everything.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, they were so hot, and they did such an incredible job. Hey, we're going to see you next time.
Cincy Entertainment.